Good morning. My name is Ann Basin, and I am the founder of New Hope and Restoration Ministries, where we are geared toward giving a single parent a new hope and restoring some of the things, dreams, desires, goals that were lost. And we know that we cannot do this without God. So it's a ministry that God had given me years ago, and I'm so grateful to Him that I am now in a position to open up and give back. So if you have any questions or anything you want to reach out to me, you can reach me at nhrm413@aol.com. But that's not why I came on here. I came on here to tell you that I was in prayer this morning, and the Lord gave me Philippians 4. And in the premise of Philippians 4, Paul started with talking about a relationship, restoring a relationship, a disagreement that Euodia and Syntyche had. So as he said, you're both women of God, you're servants of the Lord. So settle this disagreement. So if you have any disagreements with anyone in your church, in your home, in your house, settle those things. Settle those things because it's in the Word, and we shouldn't have these things. Also, I was reading Philippians 4 and starting at verse 8. And now, dear brothers and sisters, let me say one more thing as I close this letter. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right. Think about things that are pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned from me and heard from me and saw me doing. And the God of peace will be with you. So that stuck out to me because my ministry is geared toward helping people from what I've gone through and what I've come through and what I've achieved. And that was all through the help of God. But when you think about it, Paul said, keep putting into practice all you've learned from me and heard from me and saw me doing. What are people going to say that they saw you doing? What have you done so that people will want to pattern you or use you as a model or a role model? That's deep. That's strong. That's strong. What have people saw you doing? Paul was confident when he said, put into practice all that you've saw me doing, you've heard me say. He said to put these things into practice. So in order for these things to be put in practice, we've had to show people. We've had to help people. We have to trust that we're doing the right thing by people. But as men and women of God, what are people going to say they saw you doing and they heard from you? What are the things that they've heard from you? What have they seen of you? No, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Yes, that's fine. But we can't use that as an excuse anymore. The Word says, Paul wrote it in his Word, put into practice all you've seen me doing. What do people see when they see you? What do they hear when you speak? What would make them want to do what you have done? Are you living a life that people want to pattern themselves after you? Are we living that life, saints? Are we putting those things out there? You'll hear a lot, and it's a bad thing when people say church people are mean. Church people are mean. But those are church people. You don't want to pattern yourself after church people. You want to pattern your life and pattern yourself and use as an example saved people, men and women of God. No, they're not perfect. And yes, they get angry, they get upset, they get frustrated. Jesus wasn't passive. So that's a misconception that you're supposed to just be wonderful and nice and, understanding to everyone. No, Jesus was dead serious about the things that he saw them doing in the temple. That was God's house. And I understand that he said that you're doing all this stuff. You've turned this place of worship into a den of thieves. The same thing holds in the marketplace. The same thing holds in the marketplace. When you see people under you or co-workers or employees under you doing the wrong thing, not doing right by the client, or not doing right by their co-workers, or not doing right by management, not doing right by the job, you are to correct them. There's a way to do it, but you are to correct them. We have to correct people, and there's a way. We do it with love, but sometimes it has to be stern. It has to be stern. But what are people seeing you do? Are they seeing you popping off at cashiers because they made a mistake or overcharged you? Are they seeing you scream at the drive-through, the cashier? She may be a church woman. She may know the Lord. Is she seeing you give her an attitude because she made a mistake or she gave you the wrong change back? What are people seeing you do? What are they seeing you do? Why would anybody pattern their life after someone who's mean and nasty and then say, I love the Lord. I serve a mighty God. Not that you don't, but you're not letting your light shine. So maybe you need to rechange your fuse. Maybe your fuse is out. Maybe your pilot light is out. Check it. And make sure that we're living a life that's pleasing unto God. That we're living a life that's pleasing unto God. So that when we leave this earth, when we're laying there in that box, and it's going to happen, we're going to be laying there, and somebody's going to have to speak at our funeral. Will it be hard for them to come up with kind words to say about you? Or will they say, she was a woman or a man of God, loved the Lord, was meek and humble, generous, but most of all, saved. And I never questioned her salvation. Will people be able to say that about us? That they've never questioned our salvation, our lifestyle, our love for God. So that just touched me. It touched me, and I wanted to share. Live a life that's pleasing to God. Live a life worthy of being called a saint, a Christian, a man and woman of God. Because the last thing you need is you cuss somebody out in the store, and then you go to church, and you the first lady, or you the pastor, you the praise and worship leader. And that distorts people's view of the church. You represent the church. You are the church. We are the church. So we have to represent it and make it attractive for people to want to run to the church. Show love. The Bible says to draw them in love. And we have to do that. But we have to watch our lives and see what type of a life we're living before our children, before our family, before the community. We have to do right. No, we are not perfect, but we have to do right. We have to live right, live true, worship in spirit and in truth. Be honest with yourself. Be honest. We have to be honest with ourselves. Lord, show me me. Show me me. And then help me to correct those things that don't show me as a reflection of you and your love and all that you've done for me. I wasn't always saved, but when I got into church, I didn't forget where I came from and look down on those who are in the same pattern behind me. I come to help them. I want to help them. I want to draw them. If you notice these things, be a light. But you don't want to be guilty of the offenses that cause men and women not to want to come to church, the lost, have such a negative connotation of the church, and it's a shame. It's a place of healing, a place of restoration, a place of hope, new hope and restoration. God bless you. I love you all. If you want to reach out to me, I can be reached via Facebook. You can instant message me, or you can email me at nhrm413@aol.com. Another thing that we want to do, we will be doing some customer service workshops. I'm seeing there's a great need for training in the area of customer service. So we want to do that. If you have any questions, concerns about what we offer and how we do that, you can also reach me at nhrm413@aol.com, or reach me on Facebook. Business owners, some of your workers are going to destroy your business. They're going to destroy your business because they're not trained in the area of customer service. You're paid to present a service to the customer, client, patient, whomever, the public. And there's a way to do it, and to get around frustration and aggravation and not deter and have all these complaints against your business. So please reach out to us if you want to hold that workshop at your place of business. We can do it via Zoom, but you have to reach out to me, Ann Basden, on Facebook, or you can email me at nhrm413@aol.com. Men and women, let your light shine so that men may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Be the positive, be the light that so many are looking for in these last and evil days, in this time of the pandemic. But we should be doing that anyway. Pandemic doesn't dictate how bright our light shines. Our light should always be shining. We should always know that somebody's watching, if not man, but God. He is watching. So ask him to help you in that area, to be that light, to be that person that someone can come to and say, there's something different about you. I like that. I want to be that. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. So anyway, men and women of God, this is Ann Basden, the founder of New Hope and Restoration Ministries. Just wanted to share with you. I love you. I'll be praying with you and for you. God bless.